kids will like it. Like, it's come on now. Come on now. What you need all them trees for? What you need all them trees for? Drop a comment. Am I hating, man? Tell me, bro. I mean me and everybody else hating. Cause let me see the comments. Look, that's why North be ready to leave. House look like a mental hospital.
Called Kang, who is a villain. He had already made his debut in this character, but had not yet debuted in his own film. Marvel was anchoring 2 films around him. We know that these movies can each make up.
Black men, stay away. He just lost his Marvel deal. Listen, stay away. What up, YouTube? It's your girl, TT Shanell. You clicked the title, you read the page. They done found Jonathan guilty after we all done seen a white woman chase after him. Then on top of that, Marvel done dropped him from all the movies that he was about to do. Listen, man, I don't know much about the case, so I don't want to be yapping like I'm about to do after we find out everything we need to know. So shout out to CNN. They going to give us the report. They going to put us on it. We going to just get into this. And then I also want to talk about this whole Kim Kardashian 1,000 trees in her house. Like, listen, man, I love me the Kardashian, all right? I do. I love me the Kardashian. That's what I call them, the Kardashian. Because I think any woman that has the ability to just lay there and become a billionaire, I know what you think, TT. That's not all she did. You absolutely right. Absolutely. Kim done a lot to become where she is, but from what we know her for was laying there and becoming a billionaire. So yeah, you know, I respect it, you know. So we're gonna do a reaction video to that. We're gonna talk about that, and then we're gonna talk about, you know, just gonna have an open conversation with everything. All right, let's get into this first though, because what?
Jonathan Majors, a jury has found him guilty of some charges in this New York criminal case, which stems, of course, from a domestic incident with his former girlfriend.
Yeah, Majors is best known for his roles in Marvel films and TV shows, along with Creed 3. CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister joins us now, along with CNN legal analyst Joey Jackson. Elizabeth, first to you, what can you tell us about what he's been found guilty of?
So Jonathan Majors was found guilty on some charges stemming from this domestic dispute. Now, this all stems from an incident that occurred in March of this year between Jonathan Majors and
you know what's so funny? Since it happened in March, I'm actually surprised that they finally got, because usually things like this take mad long, you know what I'm saying? What's the rush?
His ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. They were in a car.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I thought that he only make this face when he do movies, like when he did Creed and all that. I hate that he makes this face. Like, what's with this face?
And evidence that was released during the trial showed them outside of the car. Now, what Grace Jabari alleged is that Jonathan Majors struck her in the head, also on her arm. There was a doctor who testified during the trial that said that she had a fracture on her finger. So he has been found on 1 count of assault and another with harassment, and was acquitted on 2 other charges.
Harassment? And clearly it was nothing wrong with her if she went right to the club the next day. I heard something like that. That's crazy.
And Joey, you're following this. What's your reaction to this verdict?
So the reaction,
and don't piss me off, boy. Well, see what he about to say.
Is that the jury had a lot to evaluate, and by finding guilty on
shit.
Some charges and not the others, it means that in evaluating the testimony, Brianna and Bars, that there were some things that the jury credited and other things that they did not. It appears as though there was a guilty finding on what's called reckless assault. Well, what is that? There's a distinction between intentional assault, which means that it was your intent, it was your goal, it was your aim, it was your objective to assault, versus reckless. Reckless is the conscious disregard. It means the jury didn't make a finding that was intentional, but it was sufficiently reckless, right, such that the jury made a finding as to that. The jury also made a finding as to harassment, which is not a crime. It's simply a violation. A violation of law means that it doesn't rise to the level of a criminal offense. And just in terms of clarifying the parlance, a misdemeanor offense.
Yo, I just learned something new today. I thought harassment was a criminal offense. I ain't gonna lie. You could harass somebody and that's not a crime? It's just a violation? Nah, that should be a crime. Even though I'm not saying he was found guilty, so I can't. We just gonna let them talk.
Offense in New York State is a offense that is punishable by up to a year in jail, a violation punishable by up to 15 days. And so that's what the judge will have to, sentencing, evaluate whether there's any time at all that is going to be imposed. But that would be certainly the parameters of any sentencing. Not there yet, but when we...
Yo, they better not give him no time, for real. Like, I'm totally against violence on women, of course. Come on now, I stand for women. Let's not get one thing messed up. I just don't feel like this is a jail time type of situation. You know, this is a maybe probation, you know, and maybe classes, anger management, you know, learning how to control your temper.
We get there, what he'll be facing.
Elizabeth, it's not just the sentencing that he's facing, but also a huge fall in grace and in his reputation as a Hollywood star. Take us through his story, because he was rapidly...
Black men, stay away. That's all I'm going to say. Black men, stay away. Now you losing your Marvel deals. So much.
Becoming a household name.
Absolutely. And the fact that he was found guilty on some charges, no matter what he is sentenced to or not, as Jesse said, you're absolutely correct that now there is going to be some sort of fall from grace. Now, not everybody at home may know who Jonathan Majors is, but he was on his way.
I ain't gonna lie. When she said that, at first I was like, girl, don't play with us. We know who Jonathan Majors is. But she right, though, because he really just started his... Even though we know, you know what I'm saying, we know, but he really just started out his big Hollywood venture, you know, with the Creed 3, he killed that role, and it's like, damn, bro, now you going through this?
To becoming an A-list star. Had he not been on trial right now, he would likely be campaigning for an Oscar. Earlier this year at the Sundance Film Festival, he had a film debut called Magazine Dreams. It got rave reviews. He could have been on the Oscar campaign for that. Now, perhaps even more important, he was cast as basically the future star of Marvel's next phase. He was cast as the character called Kang, who is a villain. He had already made his debut in this character, but had not yet debuted in his own film. Marvel was anchoring 2 films around him. We know that these movies can each make up...
Black men, stay away. He just lost his Marvel deal. Listen, stay away. Let me just say this, men, just stay away from the wrong women, man. The wrong women can really destroy you. The right women can take you here. The wrong women can... You losing everything.
Upwards of $1 billion, even $2 billion for one of the most recent Avengers films. So now Disney has a big decision to make. Do they keep him? Do they not? With 2 guilty charges, that is going to be very difficult. And I have to tell you, prior to getting this verdict in, I spoke to my sources, and people in the industry are saying no matter what the verdict was, this is hard for a company, particularly like Disney, which is family friendly, to keep someone who has been accused and now found guilty of these charges.
Yeah, very good point. I think we have much more to hear ahead on this. Elizabeth, Joey, thank you to both of you.
This whole situation is weird, especially considering the fact that he was running away from her. Like, look at this. Look at this. Oh, there's no sound. This is the video that I don't understand. And like I said, they didn't even really get into like the rice and beans of it. But this is the night that it happened. I can't even say allegedly no more because he was found guilty. Now look at this. It looked like he was trying to get out of, like, away from her. He's clearly trying to get away from her. You could tell. Now, what type of girl you know that got abused and chasing after her abuser? I ain't never seen that. This is literally a clear example of the black man being destroyed. And it's so weird that the moment he's having his journey to Hollywood, this happens. So weird. Unacceptable. We're doing a reaction video to Kim Kardashian flexing. Let me just say this. I did a reaction video to Tupac not too long ago, and in the interview he basically was just explaining how certain celebrities just waste when it comes to money, like how they'll have millions and millions of dollars and get a house with like 20 bedrooms, and it's like, do you really need? Or like they'll have like multiple houses they don't even visit, just they're collecting dust. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, it's your money, do what you like, but at some point, when do we stop being just human? Like, I don't even feel comfortable wasting food. I feel bad. One time I had ordered something, I didn't like it. I was so pissed because I was like, I really don't want to waste this. And I ended up not wasting it. I took it to go and I gave it to a family member. It's just something about wasting I don't like. And I say that to say I feel like Kim Kardashian could be very wasteful. And I see why there was an episode in the Kardashians. She was like how Northwest would rather be at Kanye's house because, you know, he has like an apartment and he doesn't have a chef. It's, you know, she could be, it's real natural. It's not all celebrity like. I see why. It's like some celebrities just really just don't know what they do with their money. And it's actually starting to piss me off. I don't know why. And mark my word, God's willing, this channel blow up, I ain't gonna be that type of celebrity. You ain't gonna see me spending all this dumb money doing dumb stuff like this. Let's get to this video, man. Shout out to the Shade Room.
Trees outside being all lit in white, and then going into the white tree, going to the forest of trees here is just so cool.
I ain't gonna lie, right? From a kid, like, she has kids, so this is beautiful. Like I would take my future kids to go see something like this. Like at like a stop, Oreo, stop. My dog on one right now. But I would take my kid to go see something like this, like a botanical garden or just somewhere that's like a museum, you know, something for a day. But to have that in my house is just ridiculous. And I don't even feel like the kids will like it. Like, it's come on now. Come on now. What you need all them trees for? Drop a comment. Am I hating, man? Tell me, bro. I mean me and everybody else hating. Cause let me see the comments. Look, that's why North be ready to leave. House look like a mental hospital. It's a fact. Look, y'all see my comment? I said the most. She's doing the most. Y'all so jealous of Kim. Shut up. Ain't nobody jealous. What they said, if Beyonce, oh shit, that's funny. First of all, even if Beyonce house looks like this, Beyonce wouldn't show it off. So there's a huge difference. And that's where the anger, or not even the anger, but that's where like I guess the disappointment comes from. It's like, yo, you flexing too hard. Yo, chill. Especially at a time like this, man. Everybody broke.
And I'll show you guys starting from the end, just because this will never get old. You guys have no idea. These are all real trees, so they smell so amazing.
Like, why would you want this in your house? Like, and I'm not even being like, it's just, why would you want this in your house? I just don't understand it. Drop a comment. Tell me, please.
And I just love the snow. It truly is like heavenly.
First of all, this was scare me. That's first and foremost. Like, no funny. It looked like a serial killer about to come out there and start running or something towards you or something, like, or like the snowman who be bodying people. Like, what's the name of that? Jack Frost? Something like that.
The trees outside being all lit in white.
And then she got the trees outside too. Like, yo, man, I'm out, man. Y'all subscribe for the vibe.